You think Whole Foods and Sprouts are the safe, healthy play for aging parents? Watch how those premium aisles quietly drain a fixed income with zero real senior offsets. Eggs, bread, basics, priced like a luxury fee just to eat well. Today, we're unpacking 7 chains that sell convenience or quality, but deliver fatigue, confusion, or flat-out impractical shopping for seniors. From bulk pallets you can't lift to dim aisles you can't navigate, we'll show the traps and what a smarter grocery plan looks like instead. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Let's start with the promise. These aisles wear a halo, organic badges, spotless produce mists, and packaging that whispers clean, safe, smart. You feel like you're buying peace of mind with your spinach. Then you glance at the basics. Eggs cost like an entry fee, bread climbs a tier, and milk nudges your total up before you even think about dinner. The truth is the supports don't match the message. Senior discounts are token or missing. Loyalty programs toss you a coupon that vanishes into higher base prices. On a fixed income, that gap is not a rounding error. It's the difference between full meals and lean weeks. Walk a simple basket. A dozen eggs, a whole wheat loaf, a half-gallon of milk, a tub of mixed greens. No treats, no supplements, no hot bar add-ons. The numbers stack fast. You feel it at the register because these stores start with a premium floor and layer the polish on top. Look around the layout. Premium end caps stage, better for you snacks in glossy rows right at shoulder height. You're funneled past impulse walls that frame $6 chips as guilt-free. Shelf tags do the persuasion work, hinting that the health tax is baked in and justified. It is clever. It is also expensive. Practical barriers add drag. Seating is scarce, so long trips mean standing breaks you can't take. Prepared meals look helpful, but the per ounce value is thin and portions skew small for the price. Some sites skip an in-store pharmacy, which means another stop for refills. More stops mean more time, more gas, more strain. Here is the quiet cost no one names. Every markup trims your week. That extra dollar on eggs is one less canned fish. The bread bump erases a bag of frozen veg. You pay more, but you don't eat more. That is the trap. Health-forward branding steers you to spend for the same nutrients you can buy at a mid-price grocer. Protein is protein. Fiber is fiber. The label glow doesn't feed you. And the real kicker? Quality cues do the heavy lifting while senior benefits barely exist. You fund the image as much as the food. If premium pricing stings, wait until the savings club that sells you more than you can carry. If bulk is cheaper, why do so many seniors end up wasting food, time, and energy anyway? Let's start with the promise. The unit price looks sweet. Pallets scream value. A card in your wallet says you're part of the club, so the math should favor you. But the truth is the fine print isn't on the shelf. It's everywhere else. Membership fees hit first, then the walk. You trek a warehouse the size of a small arena, dodging carts stacked with a month's worth of paper towels. The aisles feel crowded, the packs are oversized, and the storage space back home isn't growing to match. You came for deals. You pay with effort. Now do the math on perishables. A twin pack of bakery bread looks cheap by the loaf, until half goes stale before you can finish it. Big tubs of greens wilt. A flat of yogurt runs out of days faster than you run out of cups. In a 1- or 2-person home, that spoilage is not a rounding error. It wipes out the per-unit win. There's a physical toll baked into the model. You reach for jumbo boxes over your head. You haul gallons of liquid that pull at your shoulders. You stack a cart that steers like a boat. The floor plan is a hike, so a quick stop turns into a long shift on your feet. That matters when stamina is part of your budget. Access friction adds up. Pharmacy lines stretch. Benches are scarce. Parking lands you far from the door, so the trip starts and ends with a long push. None of that shows on the receipt, but you feel it. Then the culture nudges you. Stock up, buy 3, save more. Great for a house with teens and a chest freezer. Punishing for a small kitchen and a fixed income. You overbuy to avoid missing the deal, then toss food later. That's not savings. That's a leak. Here's the real kicker. Waste turns a low unit price into a higher cost per eaten portion. If you can't use it or store it, the deal dissolves. Saving on paper, losing in real life. Now let's move on to the stores that look smaller and cheaper until you need a coin just to pull a cart. Cheap or charming sounds good until the trip itself chews through your time and energy. You save a few dollars at the shelf and spend it back in hassle, delays, and come back tomorrow. That trade hits hardest when you plan your week around steady routines and simple stops. Let's start with the pitch. Aldi leans on low prices, lean staffing, and no-frills shelves. Trader Joe's offers curated finds and cheerful labels. Walmart promises one-stop everything. The signs look helpful. The day-to-day grind says otherwise. Aldi first. You dig for a quarter before you even touch a cart. Staff run registers and stock at the same time, so getting help is a wait. Layouts change with seasonal pallets, so items drift. Labels are house brands with small print and similar colors, which turns reading sodium or added sugar into a squint fest. A quick milk and bread run turns into label detective work under bright lights and not enough end aisle signs. Trader Joe's flips the script with tight aisles and constant buzz. The vibe is fun until you need a wider turn with a cart. Popular items vanish for weeks because they rotate stock and test new things. You plan turkey chili around a certain sauce, then it's gone. So you swap 2 recipes, juggle what's left at home, and add a second stop. That churn is a game for hobby shoppers. It's a headache when you want predictability. Walmart brings range, but the store is a trek. Long walks between dairy and pharmacy, loud speakers, bright screens, and pallet drops that crowd the path. Self-checkout stretches into a line of tired people scanning 40 items while the few manned lanes crawl. You get the variety, but your legs pay for it before you reach the exit. Here's the health piece. Smaller formats may skip an in-store pharmacy. Even where there is one, hours and lines vary, and stock on generics can be hit or miss. That means another drive to fill meds, then back again for groceries. Now the budget truth. Extra stops burn gas. Extra trips burn time. Fatigue leads to takeout. None of that shows on the receipt, but the costs land in your week. The real kicker is the missing line item. Price tags leave out navigation, predictability, and support. Those matter as much as cents per ounce. So what does a smarter plan look like that keeps the nutrition and cuts the traps? What if you could keep the nutrients and lose the headache? You can. Let's start with the goal. You want solid basics, steady trips, and bills that don't swing like a pendulum. That means protein, fiber, and produce you'll actually eat on a schedule you can keep without paying a hype tax. The truth is you don't need a miracle store. You need a smarter mix and a clear plan. Think of it like building a sturdy toolkit. One store for routine needs. One service for meds. A short list that does the heavy lifting every week. Here's the mix that works. Pair a nearby mid-price grocer for weekly perishables with a pharmacy that does fast refills and has delivery or mail out. Keep the drive short. Fewer miles equals more energy and fewer impulse buys. Ask the pharmacy about auto refill and text alerts so you pick up once and done. Now stock smart. Buy shelf-stable staples in moderate sizes. Dry beans or canned oats, brown rice, pasta, peanut butter, canned tomatoes, and frozen veggies and fruit. Those hold weeks without waste. Skip jumbo clamshells of greens and party-sized bread unless you'll split or freeze them. For meat, shop small packs or pre-portioned frozen cuts so nothing sits and spoils. Build a predictability kit. Keep 10 reliable meals that share parts. Chili, omelets, tuna and bean salad, veggie pasta, stir-fry, oatmeal with fruit, yogurt, and oats, baked potatoes with beans, chicken and frozen veg, soup with rice. Overlap onions, carrots, leafy greens, canned tomatoes, and a short spice rack. Rotate deals from your one grocer instead of chasing novelty across town. Use the access perks. Ask about senior hours. Use curbside when you're low on energy. Watch delivery promos that waive fees on set days. A 20-minute pickup beats a 90-minute wander through moving pallets and end caps that sell snacks you didn't plan to buy. Focus on labels, not logos. Read protein per dollar on eggs, tuna, and chicken thighs. Check fiber per dollar on beans, oats, and frozen veg. Hold sodium to a cap you can live with by choosing low-sodium cans and plain frozen items, then season at home. The brand glow is often just that, glow. The payoff is simple. Less waste, fewer trips, steadier bills. You're buying food, not an identity. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone planning for aging parents. Let's start with the truth. The best senior-friendly store isn't the one with glowing signage and staged apples. It's the one that guards your dollars, trims your trips, and doesn't drain your energy at checkout. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets, and share this with the person who handles grocery runs in your family. You might want to save them a headache and a few quiet fees that hide in plain sight. Next, we'll map simple swaps most shoppers miss in bread, dairy, and produce. The nutrient per dollar winners that stretch a cart like a well-packed suitcase.